poppin' players? Welcome back to the Two Penny Game Club, your monthly video game book club. I am your host, Tavin Bothel, here with my good friends and co-hosts. Say hello to the people, Connor, Elliott.
I'm here for an amazing review.
Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Spectacular review.
I'm excited about this one. And, of course, say hello to the people, Phil Shoemaker.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Two Penny Game Club, where in the background of each month, me and these two other gentlemen play a game. We don't review it until the beginning of each new month, and then we rank it amongst the other games in the series. We have done things such as the original Kingdom Hearts. We've done Last of Us, Portal 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3.
Demon's
Souls was
And
the
4.
last one we did. We've done a bunch of these. This is actually episode 39. So you have a full playlist down in the description below to get all of our thoughts on those games and why they are ranked the way they are. And this month will be no different. This is, of course, our review for Kingdom Hearts ReChain of Memories. We played the remake version instead of the original one, mostly because it's the most widely accepted or most widely available version. And this guy who's the Kingdom Hearts fan, big Kingdom Hearts fan, Phil Shoemaker.
It's me.
Yes, had us play the remake, the ReChains of Memories, which of course is basically the Chain of Memories was a Game Boy Advance game.
Yes.
Had a card-based combat system, like an action card-based combat system, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And they basically took that card combat system, stitched it onto Kingdom Hearts 1, and then just did an asset flip. Is basically what we have here. And then, of course, they did a lot of like...
There's additional assets.
they recorded dialogue. There's a world.
No.
There's two new worlds that were not in the original one.
Yeah.
Everything else is an asset flip. And granted, one of those worlds, just an asset flip of a level in Kingdom Hearts 2.
What?
Yes.
Well, I mean...
Twilight Town is an asset flip of the KH2 world.
I understand, but I'm saying, like... I mean...
Everything else you see in the first game. Except for Castle of Oblivion, that's new.
It's just Castle Oblivion.
Oh, excuse me, Castle Oblivion, that one's new. Anyways.
Well, I mean, I just wouldn't call it an asset flip. I think just because in my mind, I know that this version came out after Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's the fact that Twilight Town at least Twilight Town as it is, I don't see it as an asset flip because it came before.
Yeah, this is actually the first time.
What do you mean? Because it came before?
Chronologically, this game takes place before 2.
It chronologically doesn't matter.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
What I'm trying to explain.
Kingdom Hearts ReChain of Memories came out December 2nd, 2008. The original game came out November 11th, 2004. Platform, PlayStation 2, originally came out on the GPA. Metacritic, 68. The original game had a 76. Now, compared to the Metacritic of 85 of the first Kingdom Hearts game, I don't fully understand why this one is so much lower.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Being 68 to 85. That's kind of crazy to me.
IGN gave it an 86.
Sales figures, not readily available. This game was first released in the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus version, is where it was first released, and then it's been in every other re-release of Kingdom Hearts 2 ever since. Yeah. And so you can combine, and when you talk about sales for this, pretty much only include the original game, or they bundle them all together. So the numbers don't really make sense. The first game sold 1.5 million. This version sold 240,000 in Japan. So I don't know. It's real hard to count these things because how do you, with all the different collections and SKUs and things, like the numbers get real murky. So it sold. People bought it. Some people bought it, and some people have played it.
I don't know if people necessarily bought it. People own
it. They bought Kingdom Hearts 2. This one was in there.
It was a pack-in title.
You know. And then developed by the same people who did the first one, Tetsuya Nomura, published and developed by Square Enix under the Walt Disney Company, all the things that I said last time we talked about Kingdom Hearts. And getting back to that Metacritic score, gentlemen. Connor, this was our first time playing the game.
Yeah.
Phil, how many times have you played ReChain of Memories?
This was my second full playthrough.
Have you ever played the original?
The GBA?
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
I'm looking up gameplay footage for the first time here.
Of the original?
Yeah, you've made claims that you would have preferred to play that one.
Yes. We're getting that. Oh. We're getting to that. Yeah. Or I'm going to be getting to that. But yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different fucking game.
Yeah.
That's my point with the remakes things, is these are different games, and we
Yeah.
should. Anyways, but off of that, Connor, I had always heard not great things about Kingdom Hearts games that don't have a number attached to them, right? Specifically, not the 358 whatever bullshit where they put the math equation into the
By 2
title.
days.
I mean the main
358 over 2.
the main games, which is weird to say because every Kingdom Hearts game is a main game.
Yep.
But Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, I've heard not great things about anything that aren't those 3 titles. You know, I mean, I've heard not great things about 3, but like, you know, the point being, people treat the spin-offs as some of the worst games of all time. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some hard truths. Okay? I was sold a false bill of goods. I will listen to the slander no more. Kingdom Hearts ReChain of Memories is the greatest Kingdom Hearts game I've ever fucking played. And I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to say it's going into some of my favorite games of all fucking time.
Let's fucking go.
Are you serious?
No, God no. This game's boring as shit. This game is moderately better than the first one, but the first one sucks. This one is it's just bland and boring and repetitive as fuck. Like I really like I didn't have an awful time playing this one, but I didn't have a good time playing this one. And
Wait a second, Tavin. Are
Yeah.
you saying you had all this hype up just for nothing? It was all just a fucking bloated piece of shit? Like
Hard.
you're just a
like the
bloated-
game.
you're just a bloated asshole?
You know, sometimes we say things for content, you know? Yeah, the best thing I can say about this game is its story. This game has done something that I never thought a Kingdom Hearts game could do, and it's told an interesting story. It's not a well-written story, but it's interesting. There's cool things going on. I like the like meta-narrative of the whole chain of memories concept of what are memories, what do they mean to you, how are your memories altered over time, and how can your memories be wrong, or you can forget things that you thought were important, or you can forget things that seemed so important at the time, and you know what they mean for you in terms of relationships with friends, and what happens if you don't see a friend for a long time. Do they still mean what they mean to you? All of those like cool little narrative threads that they kind of tug on, they don't dive deep into, but they tug on, give you a lot of food for thought. And I think that's really interesting. I think a lot of the character writing is actually like kind of good here. Sora as a character is finally established and solidified here in this game, where like he defines what is important to him as a character. He defines some of his key characteristics in this game. He makes choices in this game, hard choices that like have consequences in this game. All of them provide a base where I can finally be like, oh, I like this kid. I think he's a good kid and he's cool, and I want to see more of him. It's the first time I've ever felt that way about Sora. And I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. This is the first time where I have felt for Sora.
All of it with a deeper voice.
You know,
Yeah.
puberty happens sometimes, you know?
Good old Haley Joel.
Yeah, you know? He got a little older. And, but really, my main gripe about this game is it is just an asset flip of the first game, which is just really boring to look at because the first game was bloated and way too long, and you spent too long in each level anyway. I appreciate that the levels you don't spend as much time in each level, but because they're exactly the same, it just makes you go, ugh. And being the remake version of this game, I truly, like, this combat was not built from the ground up to be like this, so they have polished the first game's combat for sure. The animations are cleaner. The nitty gritty nerdy number crunching of swing speeds and weapon lengths and hitboxes and all those things. They're just so much cleaner than they were in the original game. But they've stitched in this card system into it, which stifles it and makes it not feel as smooth. And even though I enjoy a good deck building, and I think this is an okay deck building game, it's okay, the combination of it two just kind of leads to this weird repetition and moments where I go, oh, my inputs didn't matter here. Like, I'm just mashing X or mashing triangle, and, based on how well I put my deck together, I'm going to fucking clean the floor with these motherfuckers, or I'm going to lose at some point, and it's not 100% based off of my inputs. That becomes exponentially more true in Riku's campaign. if you don't know, this game has 2 campaigns where you play as Sora. That's the majority of your playtime. You're going to spend like 30 hours, give or take, in Sora's campaign. And then you're going to spend about 10 hours playing Riku's campaign at the end. Riku's campaign fucking sucks. Riku's campaign is god-awful. That's where all of the like classic Kingdom Hearts writing that I can't stand comes back into play. That and quite frankly, this game, like it's solidified with Sora, this game solidified with me. I fucking hate Riku. Riku fucking sucks. Riku is one of the worst written characters I've ever seen, and his personality, I just don't fucking like him. Like, he's just a piece of shit. Riku is the type of guy to ask a girl out, and when she rejects him, turn around and call her fat. Like, that's who Riku is. And the worst
It's funny
pants.
you say that. He would never ask out of fat girl.
And he has the stupidest fucking pants I've ever seen. I've never realized it until this game where you're playing as him and you can control the camera and what you're looking at on him. He's got stupid fucking pants.
Like half overalls, quarter overalls.
Bro, they're fucking, and for no reason. They're fucking stupid. Anyways, we can get back into that later. Overall, this game, it's too long, it's boring, and yeah, I have yet to, in this series, I have yet to see the reason why anybody likes Kingdom Hearts. Like, I just think this franchise so far fucking sucks. Only talking about these 2 games.
Sure.
There was one other thing that I wanted to say. What was it? What was it? Shit, I had just thought about it and it's left my mind.
Apparently wasn't that important.
Yeah, dude. Chain of memories, you know? My chain of memories have failed me in this moment.
Broke the chain.
Oh, that's what it was. This game leans into original Kingdom Hearts ideas. You know, this is where we establish things like Organization 13 and the villains of the world, and we sort of like dive into how the world kind of works. I like it. I kind of wish they would do it more. I kind of wish they did it more in the last game, you know? To where I could have, like, been more interested in this weird combination of Disney and Final Fantasy. I think it's cool here. Final Fantasy, almost entirely vacant of this game. I think there's 2 scenes where Final Fantasy characters show up.
Organization 13 didn't exist in the first game. It wasn't thought of.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't there a secret
understand.
boss? That's like an organization?
In the re-release final mix version.
Okay, re-release, okay.
No, yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, in this one, they lean into it, and I like it. You know, it's a good addition to the series here. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts, ReChain of Memories. Watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Connor, how did you feel about it?
This game was a fine game to play. I'll start off with some of the positive things about it. I do like the card building system. It's enjoyable to structure it in a way, and me and Phil were talking about this the night before, to structure your main attack cards in ways that allow you to take advantage of the slights, which are effectively your special moves that you do by lining up a number of certain attack cards and then executing them with the triangle button. Part of the issue is this game is the triangle button and the X button, and the circle button when you need to jump. Other than that, it's the square button's useless. I actually don't think I used that one at all. But
the dodge, no, dodge is useful in this one. I didn't think it was useful in the last game. It's useful here.
Yeah. The problem is that the combat system at its core is very well done. Like I was saying before, the card systems allow you to structure it in a way where even though you're just button mashing, you are setting yourself up for, you know, executing how your deck is built. And in my case, I went beyond just doing attack cards, and did summon ones, magic cards, which you can combine. This is
Half-Life.
You can combine them to have certain effects go off. Like, for example, you could do Cloud 3 times, so he does Omni Slash.
Yep.
You can do Mushu and fire spells and cause Mega Flare, or Wind Arrow and fire and cause a firestorm that can allow you to control yourself as you go across the map, burning enemies in your path.
You're like a big old fire tornado
Yes.
going around the map.
And so these things are very fun to play around with, more so in the later games when you're playing against bosses that have cards that you have to break by playing your own higher value cards and just increasing damage output. But even so, a vast bulk of that game is still you mashing triangle to set up your slights or pressing X to just do them individually. And I do like how it does at certain points make you think, having to react to your enemy's attacks rather than your enemy just take advantage of those moments where you're not raining blows down upon them to do a little bit of damage to you. I do enjoy the plot. It's nice and interesting. I always had that missing link, because I played Kingdom Hearts 2 as my first Kingdom Hearts game. And when I learned more about Kingdom Hearts 1, I thought to myself, how did Sora end up? Spoiler alert! In a giant pod.
The flower pod thing.
Yeah, what the hell happened here?
I feel like if you just played Kingdom Hearts 2, you'd think that's where he was born.
I was like, who? Who is? I know he's from the first game, but where did he come from? Why is he coming out of this lotus flower? But
why are Donald and Goofy here?
Who are they? From Disney? But
Donald Duck for real?
Really, the big issue for where we're inevitably going to start ranking this game is the fact that it is, as Tavin pointed out earlier, asset reuse. It's just, the same kind of levels that you played in Kingdom Hearts 1. Of course, made into this, room by room system where you basically roguelike, kind of like
no, it's basically just like RNG rooms.
Yeah,
that you have some control over by what card you use.
What
for
effect
what
do you
room.
want that room to have?
Which usually have kind of the same setup in terms. Well, I guess that's kind of an issue.
They're all squares. All squares. Some of them have layers of elevation to them.
That's one of my biggest problems. Is so like whatever world that you're in, what the room that card happens is the same no matter how many times you use that card.
Yes,
it is the same room every time you use that card to open that room. I wish there was just more variations in terms of the different, like, I want just maybe even if it was fucking flipped horizontally and it was different on, like, it was a higher elevation on the right side. Yeah, exactly. If it was just mirrored, I'd be happy with that. But it's the fact that it's the same no matter. It's different depending on what world you're in. Like, it might look different, it has a different skin on it, but it's the same room.
Yeah, it's really they go the limit with that reuse of assets. Not only in Kingdom Hearts 1, from Kingdom Hearts 1, but even from ReChain of Memories itself. Even then, I do enjoy constructing your own level by choosing cards that most benefit your specific need. Like, for example, I do enjoy when you would decide that, I'm going to get through rooms a little bit easier by making it to where if I attack an enemy before I enter into combat with them, they lose a big chunk of health, at least those first couple of enemies. Or make it to where all of the enemies, whether it's the first round or the second round, if they do come, are dazed. Or they just add premium. You allow yourself to make your cards premium. They cost less when you're constructing your deck, and so you can give yourself a little bit more, put more cards into your deck, more high-value cards into your deck, as long as a bunch of them are made premium, because the little wheel would pop up, a roulette wheel, and you get to have a little bit of control, well, a lot of control, actually, over what cards you make premium. And this and that, rooms that are just healing rooms, chests that unlock new slights or high-value cards. I enjoyed playing around with that. A lot of the problems come near the end of it, where you've seen everything the game has to offer, and since it's, in my case, 28 hours long, at a certain point, you really are just waiting to be done with that game. Unfortunately, after you're done with Sora's, a lot of these things I can praise about his campaign go out the window with Riku's. Yeah. The room building system goes out the window. The deck building system goes out the window, to where the
room building's the same.
But, they remove a lot of the fun out of it. Like, for example, there's no need to have premium cards. There's no chests that unlock new slights or new special high-value cards. It takes out a lot of
everything. Just drops health now.
Yes, it is. And it just makes it a lot more boring, especially when you don't have as much of an interesting plot to tease yourself along. But, it plays well. It wasn't aggravating at times like Kingdom Hearts 1 was. It was just a consistent quality of an experience. I don't know how I worded that.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Bill.
Excuse me. You were this whole month, we were talking like building all this up.
Hard truths.
And I'm like, no way he thinks this is the best one. And then I knew you were full of shit. This is the best Kingdom Hearts game I've ever played. And that's where I was like, fuck off. And then when you're like, it's going to make me on my top 10, I humored you. And I was like, let's fucking go.
I wasn't going top 10. I was going like favorites of all time.
Yeah. I was fucking, no way. Full of shit.
Boring.
I would agree that overall, I think this is like the definition of you just want to do something while listening to something else. Like, but this is not your main focus. Like, you just want to have some kind of action going on.
You're talking a podcast game.
Podcast game.
Yeah.
Exactly. For me, I was kind of fighting myself, actually already knowing like the story of this game. I was fighting myself to not skip cutscenes.
Yeah.
Because
That's part of the game.
I understand, but like,
Well,
I already know all of it,
Sure.
and like, I just wanted, for the sake of consistency and for the sake of the review, I'm not going to skip any cutscenes. And I think I like this game. I think it's definitely far from the worst Kingdom Hearts game I've played. Being the fan of the series, I dig the deck building. It's far from the best deck building game I've ever played, but I really, really enjoy the fact that you can kind of turn this game into just a button masher if you set your deck up correctly, right? Where I would have 2 different decks that I would go through, and I would swap whether it was for a boss or just zooming through these worlds, right? Where I would have one that was like I relied very heavily on 2 different sleights. It was Blitz for regular running around and killing enemies, and then for bosses it was Sonic Blade. And it's something really satisfying about the deck building where if you create your deck in a way, because the way the sleight system works is you'll bank 3 cards, then hit the button again, and then that first card that you banked is no longer in your deck when you reload it. Because at the end of your when you run through all your cards in your deck, you have to reload, and there's a reload mechanic where, as Sora specifically, the more you reload, the more you have to reload, the longer it takes to reload every single time. Which I'll get into Riku here in a second. And I really enjoyed the fact that you can go through one whole deck that you made with using 1 sleight, but if you set it up correctly, that your whole second reload will either be the same sleight again or a different one. That's a cool different a cool way to set your deck up to kind of
and you start crunching numbers and going, okay, well, if the first row all disappears, what does the second go around turn into? And then you start going like, well, okay, so this number equation gives me Sonic Blade for my first full 2 reloads.
Yeah.
And then third one, I don't know, random.
Right. But like, hopefully with the way my deck is set up, I'll never see that.
You never see the third one. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's I found such satisfaction in that, just digging through the menus, doing that number crunching, and adding whatever kind of item card. Like I grabbed a Mega Elixir, which fully reloads all the cards from your deck, including the ones that you broke off with a sleight.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they're so expensive to add to your deck. And it's very
I just went, just give me more Sonic Blades.
Right.
Was my strategy.
And in this way I do that, but I also get to stave off having to switch to a certain one. And if I wanted to go to that secondary slot, I just wouldn't use the Mega Elixir. But yeah, I getting into Riku, Riku's campaign is the one that I have like the least time spent in, because I when I played this game on Xbox originally, I got Sora almost to like level 99. Like I fucking grinded trying to get all the achievements for that game.
Yeah.
I never did, but it was quite the journey that was going on. And then, I was like, I'm just going to go PlayStation.
Is getting to 99 that hard?
It's time consuming. It's not hard.
Is it like one of those like from 90 to 99 is essentially 0 to 90?
I don't remember because I didn't get all the way there.
Okay. Is that how it is for the other ones?
For Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just probably the same then.
Yeah, it's just
because I was looking at the trophy list for this because like it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not that bad at all.
And I'm like, the trophy list is actually pretty attainable. But I was sitting there, I was like, but how fucking hard is it to do some of these things? The hardest thing was I was curious about the level grinding, especially with Riku.
Yeah.
And then I was curious about the no death run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, the game treats the campaigns as 2 separate campaigns. The trophy says just complete a campaign without dying. So does that mean I could just spam through Riku's campaign and then grind myself up crazy to where I'll never die and then just get through it? Like, is that the
thing is, it's not without dying. It's without using a continue. You can load back to your last save.
Yeah, but like, loading wipes the death, so like there's no death, like
right. But like, so you can die, but there's a menu that says either continue or load game. Yeah, so just hit load game instead of hitting continue, and you're fine. Don't worry about dying.
Yes, but you've lost progress.
Depending on when you
it's
save.
the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but depending on when you save, I'm just saying it doesn't negate the trophy.
No, I understand.
Yeah. But so I view Riku's campaign. Yes, it's worse than Sora's, obviously, but I view it as like the ideas that they had for this game that they just weren't confident enough in, right? And so that specifically, I'm referring to the dueling system. And I actually really dug the dueling system with Riku. And I dug his kind of like meter that would build up the more you broke other cards or the more high value cards you used for slights.
Yeah.
And I really dug that's how you access his more powerful moves, is going into that darkness mode, right? And doing all these fucking badass, like the best move in his kit is that like bouncing move.
Yeah.
Where you go over and over.
Yeah.
Mainly just because it's so easily attainable. His actual best highest damaging move is that one that uses all nines, where it just kind of it's almost like a screen wipe where you like just rush around the screen really really fast over and over and over.
Only did that once.
Well, so in Halloween Town, his deck is like built around that. So at least that's how it feels.
In Castle Oblivion, I believe his last 3 cards are all 9s. So
yeah,
that's the first time I used it.
In Halloween Town, there's like it feels like he has like 5 9s in there.
he probably does, but I'm not scrolling through the deck because it takes too much time and you'll get hit and maybe possibly die. So I'm just mashing triangle and burning cards.
And that really only comes into play with bosses. Basic enemies, that's really where button mashing just becomes the name of the game. And that's the big issue.
I'm the other way around.
See,
really?
no, yeah, I'm exactly, especially at least with Riku. With Riku, I'm way more aware of what the enemies are doing in the regular world rather than bosses. Bosses, I can just I'm gonna build up my darkness and then just button mash fucking my slights, right?
Which is what I did at the end. Yeah.
But I both like and dislike how they abandon the reload mechanic almost with Riku, because it's just you click a button and then you get all your cards back, right? I think the reason they do that is because you're not the one building the deck, so you don't get to arrange how things are. So they're kind of like giving you a break. They
gotta relent a little bit on
Yeah,
especially in Wonderland where his deck is fucking ass.
Dude, yes.
But I've come around on that because that's when I came around to the dueling system. The dueling system is using that deck. It is perfect for dueling. It is exactly what you need for dueling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas if you have to entirely change how you're playing for pretty much just that world.
Yeah.
And you have to lean into dueling for Wonderland.
Well, that, or you can do what I did, which is basically make most of the rooms martial walking. That card,
waking,
yeah. So it increases your card value, so it kind of negated
it ups all your cards by 2.
Yeah.
This game solidified for me that Alice in Wonderland as an IP is just the bane of my existence. Because I had to read the book in high school, fucking hated it. I've not liked any movie that I've seen of it. I can't stand pretty much the entire aesthetic of it. And then in Kingdom Hearts, it's continuously the worst level in both games that I've played up to this point.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate Wonderland.
I like it in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Jesus, really? I can see you liking it in this one for the reasons you laid out, but one sucked.
Well, so... No, but the only reason I say I like it in Kingdom Hearts 1 is because, like, the different ways you can go into the Bazaar room, which is that first room with the potions on the table, and the amount of different entrances and how every entrance puts you in a different perspective of that room, where, like, you'll walk in and you're on the wall, or you're on the ceiling, or you're in a different way in that room, and I dig that.
Best part of that level.
Yeah, that's the best part of it, right? And I like it in Chain of Memories Riku campaign because it makes you dive into that dueling mechanic. Yeah, so I said it a little bit in what you were saying, Connor, about just creating the different rooms with each card that you get. I didn't realize, because it's been so long since replaying this game, your like room cards fill up so fast.
They do,
especially if you're fighting everything.
That drove me crazy, because then every time you open your inventory, it's like, hey, you're out of space. I'm like, well, then give me the opportunity to burn cards. Like,
either that or just let me completely fill more than just 99 room cards. Let me
Right.
fill every single segment full so I can just have a full
even if it
deck.
even if it was like
Right.
like you could only have you have cards and then there's different levels for every card going from
Yeah.
0,
To
1,
9.
2 all the way to 9. Just let me have 9 of each one of those digits, like,
Yeah.
and then I can be full, you know.
Or if you like how it's also delineated based on like what color it is.
Yeah.
Let me have 99 red cards, 99 green cards, 99 blue cards.
Something,
right?
because this arbitrary just total 99, it must be a memory system.
it
saving
has
thing,
to be
right?
because this game, I guarantee you, is less than 5 gigabytes. Like this entire
Right.
game.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So it has to be something that like the PS2 only allowed for, which is weird because it's just a digit. It's not like a physical thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like it's got to be something with the PS2 and something with how small the project is.
It's just to the point where it feels arbitrary.
100%. It feels limiting for no reason. Like, because it's not like I'm like fiending for a certain type of card.
Yeah.
Like I always have whatever I want, you know, or whatever I need, except for like some of the later levels where, you know, then you do have to like knock down 99 blues and 99 greens or whatever just to get to the key card or whatever. But like, other than like, there was one time I had to go back to another level to get more green cards because green cards only show up in early levels. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I got to go back and then I come back over here. Like it happened once, and then I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
Do they only show up in early levels?
Yeah, red and blue. I might have the colors wrong, but essentially red and blue. I was in Castle Oblivion, and a Castle Oblivion only has red and blue cards.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never made that connection.
And then it wasn't even like it wasn't a main path door. It was one of the like side doors that because I got lost because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I supposed to go here now? But I wasn't. I didn't have to do this at all. And so I also made the mistake of clearing out as many as I could and then leaving the level and coming back. And that resets the whole world. And I went, I just wasted whatever cards I needed. And then, but by the time I came back, I was like, I got more than enough.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But diving into more of like, I just really did not like how samey each room was. Like I mentioned it when I was talking about your thing.
Sell room cards. You know?
Let me get Moogle points off those.
Yeah, something, you know.
But it's just the fact that you can use the same card in 2 different rooms for a world, and you just have back-to-back rooms that are identical.
That was a lot of my experience because I was just like, this is a Kingdom Hearts game. You got to fight everything. Just give me the one with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And so I spent easily the first half, maybe more of this game, just rooms with a bunch of enemies in them. And, you know, and I'd switch it up for like a Moogle store or a save point.
Save, chest.
Or, you know, some chests, something, you know, just to kind of make myself not go crazy. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, this is clearly the most optimal way because as soon as I get half-ish way through the game, the difficulty's going to spike, and I'm going to wish I was higher level. And sure enough, I got halfway through the game, and the first boss fight of any challenge popped up, and I went, oh, okay.
That second Larxene fight.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, all right, here it is. And then the difficulty went back down until we got to, I think, Twilight Town, and then it spiked again, and I went, all right, like, this is still Kingdom Hearts, you know? Like, okay. Boss fights were good this time around.
Yeah.
I liked the boss fights this time
I
around.
really like the boss fights.
Except for Captain Hook, he sucks.
In particular,
And
I
the
liked
Wonderland fucking licorice bitch.
The Trick Master.
Trickmaster.
Fucking hate him.
Yeah. In particular, I really, really like the like non-heartless bosses, like the Organization 13
Yeah,
fights,
those are
or
so
like when you're
good.
fighting Riku. Very, very good.
Those are good.
I like those boss fights a lot. In particular, some of the best cutscenes are around those fights also.
The voice cast hamming it up. Like, just having a black... Quentin Flynn
chewing scenery.
as Axel, just chewing scenery in this game.
Dude, spoilers. There's a death in this game.
Which one?
Vexen.
Oh, yeah.
Where he fucking, goodbye, fucking snaps.
Oh,
and
that was cool.
Fucking
That was
annihilates
cool.
Vexen.
Vexen was great, too. Vexen was the first one that, like, perked my ears up and went, oh, you're fucking chewing this
It's
shit
interesting.
up.
It's interesting to me how much you like Vexen because he's probably one of my least favorite Organization 13.
Oh, really?
members.
No, my least favorite's Larxene because I don't like the actor.
Oh,
Or maybe
I
it's
like
not the
Larxene.
actor. It might
do
be
too.
direction because I don't like Naminé's performance in this game either. I think they're in
Hates
the wrong.
women.
They're in the wrong games.
That is what he's doing. He hates women.
Sure. If you
Larxene's
wanna-
great.
If you want to go that route, you can go that route.
Larxene, great. She's just a bitch. I love her.
I
She's awesome.
I think I think the thing is that they're playing the dialogue straight, and the other guy, everyone else is like, okay, I know what this is. So they're hamming it the fuck up, like, and so because Larxene is just playing it straight as just a conniving bitch, you're like, you're not as fun as the other ones.
And I love it because of like how she forces Sora to crash the fuck out. Like Sora gets pissed off.
Wow, Sora showing emotions this time. You know, who would have thought that would be interesting?
He showed emotions before. Harry's inside me.
Oh,
That's from the first
naughty.
game. That's in the first game.
Oh, I know. I remember.
Yeah, I like all of the ideas in the card building system, and I don't know if this is a problem because we are just reusing Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't know if this is a non-issue in the original game, but to me it's just like, okay, yes, I have all of these options, but how many of them am I actually using? Because as soon as you have access to Sonic Blade, that's so clearly the way to go, which is funny because Sonic Blade not even the most powerful move in the first game.
No.
But in this one, it's just like, this is so clearly the way because it's a high enough number count to where it's unlikely that you'll get broken. And it stun locks whatever enemy you're fighting. And it can, in rooms with lots of Heartless in it, you're shooting across the screen, so you're hitting multiple enemies at once. It's only a problem when there's flying enemies because then you're not hitting them and you're burning cards.
And that's where Blitz.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why.
That's when I just
switched to
jump in the
Blitz.
air and start mashing X, and I'm like, all right, cool,
no. So I mentioned I have two different decks.
Yeah.
Right? So like in that one that I use World to World and is fighting regular enemies, that's where I'm using Blitz over and over and
Is that
over.
where you're throwing the key?
No, that's Strike Raid.
You've seen me do Blitz, and you even mentioned, like, I've never done that one before. He's like, jump, hit. You, like, keep following the enemy he's locked onto.
You have to time it, and if you time it right, you can do it 3 times in a row, and it's like a super strong. It gets a little bit stronger every time you hit.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
It is.
And especially for, like, those flying enemies, because he jumps in the air and strikes down.
Also, they have this thing called enemy cards that you can put into your deck and they cost points or whatever. The way it's maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention. I don't think they're tutorialized at all.
No.
Question mark? That I genuinely don't think they're they even mention how they function at all. You have to go to a different menu in the action thing and then activate the enemy cards to get them to work. Otherwise, the way it's framed, it feels like they're passive.
Yeah.
That just throwing them in my deck allows those things to happen.
They do mention that you have to click the face button in order to activate it. But it's not phrased well. Or I just skimmed over it and didn't pay close enough attention. But I do remember them saying something about clicking the face button in combat in order to
But the game makes the point of being okay, now we're going to teach you how sleights work. So here, do the sleights. And it's just weird that they didn't throw enemy cards in there also.
Right.
Click this button. Now click this button. Now do a sleight. See how much better the sleight is now because you did the enemy card?
Yeah.
Use those things,
And
it just turns into, oh, fuck, I got to press more buttons. And I've also got a problem with, the way Kingdom Hearts 1 combat works. It requires you to be active and paying attention to what's happening in front of you at all times, right? So the enemies are throwing attacks at you. They're moving around. They're going to different places. And just the time it takes to scroll through cards, the time it takes to reload your deck. After you reload your deck, it's now the animation of the deck reloading that you got to wait for. And then if you want to use an enemy card, you have to press a button. Have the animation of it's quicker, but have the animation of them just swapping out, and then scroll through those to find the one you want, and then to activate that, and then back to that thing, and it's just all of this time where I'm sitting there going, I'm getting hit, and I don't need to be getting hit right now. Could we have figured out a better way to implement and marry these two combat systems together? It feels Frankenstein stitched together.
There's good sound design though. Those the cards.
The sounds of the cards. Sure. Yeah.
It.
They shuffled a deck in front of a microphone, and I went, "That was a good shuffle. Good job,
sound.
bro." Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I had something else. I lost it. It's gone.
Much like the rest of you, chain of it. I made that joke earlier.
Did you though? I don't remember.
I don't remember. And I would remember it if it was important.
Yeah.
I would remember it if it was important.
So you say?
I genuinely like. I like the story in this game. I don't think it's good, but I like it. And I just really like thematically what they're touching on here until we get to Riku. All of that's fucking garbage. All of that. I can appreciate the little Anakin Skywalker type thing that they're trying to go for here. I can appreciate that. It's terrible. And I don't think it I don't think it clearly defines the moment where Riku's like, "Oh, I'm gonna use the dark side to be good now." Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just like, "All right, now I'm good now." I'm like, oh, "Why?" Like, I don't understand.
I guess I should say I don't really get your idea of hating Riku. It's just he's just a guy, you know.
He's a piece of shit. Riku's the type of guy to not want his girl to have a high body count, but still expect sex on the first date. That's the type of guy Riku is.
You're filling in blanks here. This guy says he's a good stand-up man.
Do you plan on trying to go for the platinum on this?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say if you do, you have to watch the 358 over 2 days movie.
Why?
So, something fun about this re-release. So, with this collection, there are certain themes that unlock for your PS4 after unlocking, and that is the checkpoint that then adds certain cards to 358 over certain cards to Chain of Memories. So if you have the 358 over 2 theme or like that unlocked, you don't have to have it equipped your PS4 or whatever. It unlocks certain cards that show up in those key to rewards special. You know how like there's like the key to whatever, and they're like the key, the heart, and all that.
Yeah.
There's the key to rewards. That's that golden door.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll have an extra bonus chest if you've watched the 358 over 2 movie, and that's included in Sora's card collection. And so you can't complete the card collection unless you've watched the 358 over 2 movie on your PlayStation.
The life of a platinum gamer.
I appreciate them trying to make the collection more interesting as a whole. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I appreciate the effort. Thanks for the effort, you know?
Yeah.
You said, "Hey, if you want to be a fan of this, be a fan of this," you know? All right, cool. No. Okay, well, I mean, really, when you hit X and you walk away.
Yeah, exactly. But it's 3 hours long.
You hit the X and I go and edit a video or something.
right,
you know,
right.
I don't know, man.
Edit a
I
video,
go to
watch a
work.
movie. Yeah, exactly.
I go to work.
Exactly. I actually meant to do that before work one day, but I just forgot.
God.
Yeah.
I was thinking about watching that movie too, like either in the lead up to Kingdom Hearts 2 or after Kingdom Hearts 2 or
We
whatever.
should watch it.
I was thinking about watching it, but if it's 3 fucking hours and I assume it's written like a Kingdom Hearts game.
We're not going to pay attention to the whole thing. We'll be talking about it, talking over it on our phones. Be on in the background. Definitely can't do it today. I've got too much stuff going on.
We'll see.
Could have done it last night instead of watching Connor play Delta.
No, I had way more. I had so much fun watching Connor play Delta.
Way
Had so much fun watching Connor play Delta. God, fucking Riku's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, he's barely in 358, so.
Riku's the type of guy to ask his black friend if he can say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're putting a lot of things on him. I don't think you know enough about him.
I don't think he does.
Nah, he's that type of guy. For sure he's that type of guy with his stupid ass fucking pants. Looks like he's wearing leg warmers for a guy who's 400 pounds.
He let the game go. It's only because of the pants.
Huh?
You only hate him because of the pants.
No, I hate him because he's a piece of shit. I hate him because he's the kind of guy to put his name on a group project and take all the credit for it, even though he didn't contribute.
Nah, it's the pants. That definitely is.
Stupid fucking pants. And it's like, I understand that they're going for overalls, but they don't even there's not even overalls. They're clipped to the like bottom of his shirt, and then like he's got these like back overalls that connect to nothing. It's just it's just straps for no reason.
But like, how good is Genie Jafar as an enemy card?
Pretty good.
Yes, very
protects
pretty good.
It's the best enemy card. It protects all your
One of
slides from being broken.
some of the Organization 13 ones are better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Marluxia one is insane because it lets you just immediately do the same sleight you just did again.
Was that what? I never looked at theirs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you can do like.
I also didn't really use enemy cards until Riku's campaign because there's no card limit.
If you do Marluxia's with Trinity limit, you can just do back to back.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Don't get broken.
By the end of the game,
Exactly, just don't get broken. Takes so long.
Takes 1-0 card.
by the end of the game, my Sora deck looked like you had to alternate. You had to make sure that the same type didn't. You had to make sure. So like the Kingdom Key, you had to make sure they were at least 3 spaces apart so that they never entered slights together.
Yes.
And
Because
then
Sonic Blade requires 3 different sword.
And then it was
cards.
just 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, all the way down. And that was my whole deck. Not my whole deck because of the RNG it takes to like actually get the cards that you want. You
Yeah.
know, so like it would be like 6, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9.
So was your deck literally just
Sonic
attack cards?
Sonic Blade all the way down.
That's all?
After,
You didn't have any magic, any cure, anything like
after
that?
the second half of the game, after that, what's her name?
Larkscene.
Larkscene was the last boss fight I fought legitimately.
That's insane.
Yeah. The rest of the whole second half of the game, it was just attack cards. It was just Sonic Blades.
No,
And if Sonic Blades wouldn't work, I would just spam X and win.
I would have at least one, whether it's Blizzaga or Firaga.
I'm lying. I had 2 cure cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you have to.
Just to heal myself for when I did get hit.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything was the same.
The hack for not losing your like healing cards is you use one of the little friend cards you get in a slight with their 2 cure cards.
I put that together in Riku's campaign of
Yeah.
like, oh wait, I'm gonna get guaranteed heals if I just do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got to pray that it's a high, like you don't necessarily have to pray because if your 2 cure cards are already high enough level, they're not going to get broken by enemies.
Yeah,
unless
you
it's
get
a 0.
anything higher than
right?
a 9, you're guaranteed a heal
Exactly.
essentially for the most part, except for boss fights. But
Yeah.
then you
Bulldoze
just
throws
time.
0
Then
at
you
you.
just time it, and you go, all right, he just spent his card.
I'm
gonna counter with a 0, and then
I also really enjoy that the enemies aren't just throwing attacks out willy nilly. They're building their own slights. They're doing their own thing, and they don't just throw out infinite numbers of cards. They have to reload also.
yeah,
That is beneficial.
yeah.
Makes the boss battle
I think
seem
that's
more
really cool,
It's-
and it makes it seem more of a handcrafted experience than just throw random shit out.
Yes, I only feel it makes a difference when the boss fight is super challenging. If I'm just rinsing the fight, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really, I only paid attention in like the last couple of fights of Sora's campaign, and then I paid attention throughout most of Riku's campaign. I was like, all right, I have to because I have a limited number of cards that I have no control over what's what.
So,
Twisty McBend.
so Vexen, your favorite Organization 13 member?
Did I say that?
I was asking.
Oh,
Seemed like it was.
No, it's probably Axel.
Axel.
Yeah, Axel's kind of a cheat code.
Axel's a good one.
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
like the emo dude in Riku's campaign. Didn't like him at all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking
hair.
Zexion.
Yeah, didn't
Actually,
care for him at all. Who else was in that? The pink haired dude was okay.
Marluxia.
Yeah, I like his weapon.
There was who's the guy with the axe? Zerx.
That dude was so fucking funny. His
Lexius?
the hammer
red-haired
guy?
the hammer thing.
Yeah.
The hammer thing.
Yeah,
That-
Lexius.
why does that hammer thing look like he got it out of a Lego store?
I know.
What
really
the fuck?
does,
Where
yeah.
the fuck did that
It's-
come from?
It's not a well-designed weapon.
No. Especially with the character being like stoic, like
Dude,
I'm a
fucking
heavy weapon.
I
and then
fucking
just,
rinsed him.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was so easy.
Yeah. I think the villains for Riku's campaign aren't as good.
No, they're not. I like
They made the Ansem fight worse. I liked Ansem better in the first game.
Oh, you'd rather have the over and over and over and over and over.
I don't.
Fight him repeatedly.
No, just how that because
Turns into a boat.
It's just Ansem on the beach is what I'm talking
is.
about. Like the beach fight with Ansem, I think just the way the combat works, and then versus the card system here, I just preferred it in the first game.
Really?
Like he's probably like my prime example of a boss fight because it's so 1-to-1 of like the card system gets in the way here of what this is supposed to be.
For whatever reason, I remember there being like a phase 2 to that final Ansem fight.
I was waiting
I
for
was
it.
genuinely surprised when it was just roll credits. I was like, oh.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
I was
Well,
really appreciative of it
I
because
would.
I was really done with Riku. I was like, everyone move on. I also liked that the final world was just 2 rooms and then
Yeah.
the fight. I was like, all right, cool.
3.
I'm like, y'all are just as done with this as I am. Okay, cool. All right, I think it's time we get into it and we rank this little bad boy here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time with us, check the playlist down in the description below for the rest of the episodes. But we rank every game we review here on the Game Club. There are currently 38 titles on the list.
Yeah, and it's cut off, but Kingdom Hearts is at the bottom for some reason.
No, there's for a lot of reasons. I'm only going to read up from 38 to 30. Can I say unequivocally it's not going to go that much higher? Where do you want me to read up to? Should I read all of C tier for you?
I mean, for me, I would put it at the new 30 of Alan Wake.
Okay, so 38, Kingdom Hearts, 37, Fable, 36, Castle Crashers, 35, Bioshock, 34, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, 33, Prey, 32, Tomb Raider, 31, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, 30, Alan Wake, 29, Batman Arkham Asylum, 28, Uncharted 1, 27, Demon's Souls. That's where I'm going to stop. You can read the rest. It's on the screen.
Not even at a C tier.
It's fine. Don't make him keep reading.
I'm not. Well, Phil, you've expressed your belief of where.
Yeah, I think this game is the new number 30. It goes above Alan Wake, below Batman Arkham Asylum.
Why?
I just think it's I think I had more fun playing this than Alan Wake. Not just because I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I just think Alan Wake wasn't a fun experience overall.
Not wrong.
If this were my list, it wouldn't be high. It probably wouldn't be higher than MGS4, but MGS4 is below Alan Wake for some reason.
Well,
MGS4 is such a weird thing for me because, like, in the moment, I know why I did what I did, but nostalgia's back. The nostalgia for 4 is back. You know?
Play it again. You'll
And
go
I'll
back.
play it again. I'll be like, oh no, I was right. I was
right.
100% right.
Not me though.
But
If anything, it would just grow. I would grow fonder because it's my favorite one.
right, it's crazy. Right now, I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, why is MGS4 so low? There's so many great moments in that game. But then I play the game, and it's 7 hours of talking before you get to walk 10 steps for more 7 hours of talking. And I go, fucking shit. And none of the talking makes any sense. Anyways, this one is fighting Castle Crashers for me, of above or below Castle Crashers. I think I'm going to lean towards Kingdom Hearts in this instance and put it above Castle Crashers because I think the narrative here is actually pretty interesting, even though they throw it away with Riku and make it fucking annoying as shit.
But would it go top of D or bottom of C?
It'd still be in D tier, so it'd be our new top of D is where I'm going, and I'm just gonna solidify in that way. I think this game is really boring. It's hyper repetitive, and especially after playing the first game, which you're probably going to do, it's even more egregiously boring and repetitive because it's a straight up asset flip of the first game, and you're just seeing the same environments, you're seeing the same enemies, they all function exactly the same. Sure, the combat's been polished, but then it's also been hampered by stitching together this card system that is neat, but overall you're not using it to its fullest advantage because there's a clear, like, oh, this is the most optimal, best way to do it. If you choose to play any other way, you're just making it more challenging for yourself. For the sake of visual flair. And yeah, if I were to only play these two games, I would have a strong hate for Kingdom Hearts as an IP. Like, I would think it's one of the worst IPs in all of gaming.
Unless you played it as a kid.
I mean, I guess, yeah, sure, but I'm not, and so here I am, a grown adult, looking at it at Kingdom Hearts and all of its mechanics and storytelling and moments and going, what the fuck is so special about this? And so, yeah, to me, I'm going to go new number 36 above Castle Crashers, still in D tier.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been a difficult position on the list for me to decide. Definitely around Castle Crashers. It was really a debate whether I was going to put it above it or below it. Castle Crashers has the commonality of just button mashing to hell. And so that's basically the bulk of the gameplay you're going to be doing. But Kingdom Hearts allows you to think a bit more. No, it allows you to think more. Combat's deeper than what Castle Crashers has to offer.
For sure.
But Castle Crashers is an original game, which, it is really just so reused in terms of the assets for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Not only based off Kingdom Hearts 1, but based off the game itself. And Riku's campaign.
But is that much of a problem for a sequel?
It's not really. It's just in the comparison to Castle Crashers, which, regardless of what you might say about the quality,
I would say yes, because you do the exact same thing you did in the first game. Like, you're visiting the same worlds, you're doing the same thing, except now, you don't even have the benefit. Granted, the Kingdom Hearts 1 level design was fucking awful, but you don't even have the benefit of seeing level design. It's just the same room with a different coat of paint on it. So, it's just tedious, and it's mind-numbing.
Which Castle Crashers is also, to a degree.
Yeah.
But the creativity of the people who made that game gives it life. And playing with friends does as well, which is how you're supposed to be playing the game. And I did. And that made me have a lot more of a valuable experience than what ReChain of Memories gave me. So I'll go ahead and put it just slightly below Castle Crashers.
Ladies and gentlemen, that puts
Solidifies it.
Kingdom Hearts ReChain of Memories at the new number 36, top of D tier. And of course, this is the moment of the show where we would bring up the wheel select to let the giant spinner wheel pick what game we are playing for the next month. However, in between each spinner wheel, one of us gets to choose, and we rotate who gets to choose. And it's Phil's month to pick for what we play next for the Two Penny Game Club. Phil, what are we playing?
Well, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
For the month of September 2025. I thought a lot about this.
Have you?
Yeah, you know.
A lot?
A lot.
Oh, okay. Kind of feel like you thought for like the 0.5 seconds of time that it was we got Chain of Memory selected and your decision.
From last month?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Connor did point out that we could make a deal and be like, oh, Billy, you could pick Hollow Knight and then we'll play Hollow Knight in September and we can play Silk Song. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
We're playing Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yep.
It's my favorite game of all time, and it happens. We have the connection from the jumping off point in the series to the next game, and it's my month to pick. What a fucking coincidence! What a happy coincidence this is.
Now, Phil, Tavin, if you've noticed, breathed a sigh, and that's because he was upset with my deal. I don't know if I actually told you this part last night. He was upset with the deal because he started Kingdom Hearts 2 expecting that to be the game we played.
Me? And I'm about 3-4 hours into Kingdom Hearts 2 over.
You're a piece of shit.
I'm through Roxas's part already.
Yeah.
You're such an asshole.
I mean, what the fuck you want?
Okay, so we're not playing Kingdom Hearts 2 this month.
No, we're playing Kingdom Hearts 2.
We're not though.
What difference does it make? It's 3 fucking hours.
Nah, it's
a 40-hour game.
I'm just saying it's fucking dumb, man.
Well, I wanted to play more Delta, you know, so I wanted to give myself the time to play more Delta. I'm gonna play more Delta for the rest of the week.
Play more Delta.
Yeah, see, look at this guy.
Snake Eater.
I fucking knew you were a liar.
Currently the number one.
I saw him on the collection after I knew he'd already beat the game.
Yeah.
And so I texted him on Discord. I'm like, you're playing Kingdom Hearts 2, aren't you, you piece of shit?
Why am I a piece of shit for this? Why am I a piece of shit for...
Because you don't know that's what we're playing.
Yeah, but I knew.
But you don't.
But I did. And at the time, when I loaded that up, yeah, you were almost as, like... unequivocally in those 0.5 seconds that I was talking about. You were like, oh, great, Kingdom Hearts 2 is next. You know? It's not like Connor had this stupid-ass Hollow Knight idea in between.
Wasn't.
You know? I played the first 3 hours of fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, all right?
If I hadn't already been playing Hollow Knight,
yeah,
there's a pretty strong chance.
Kingdom Hearts 2, ladies and gentlemen, is your game for September. Join us again on the first week of...
best game of all time.
October.
Dance, water, dance! I always remember that.
Which is the 6th, Monday the 6th, that we will review Kingdom Hearts 2.
They got dumb names in the organization.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb names.
Dumb names.
They all have X's in them. Not for why you think, though.
Tell you what, first 3 hours, not good. Not good. Those first 3 hours.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's not just boring. It's bad. It's like, ugh, this sucks. Anyways, I'm sure the rest of the game's fantastic. We're gonna find out here in October. Join us on that. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below on your opinions of Kingdom Hearts ReChain of Memories. How are we performing on the ranking of these lists? And until next time, have a great time, gentlemen. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.
See you.